Okay, let's get the fourth one done. Recorded on the road. This is part 4, being anything but lukewarm, light and dark as one. 8/15/2010, fourth one of that day, Mayan day 3, Alligator. Well, they say the powerful alligator or crocodile Mayan sun sign energy is not attentive to detail, to organization. I begin to feel that, to see it working in these 4 journals of today. Well, this is the 4th one, but why would I expect it to be different? Oh well, one can't know it all, really, so onward then. I still desire to give the original heart gift that I set out so many hours ago this morning to deliver to you. My heart knows that darkness is a part of the light. It came out of that somehow, the darkness did, shares its identity with that. Now, I could be wrong, so don't follow me slavishly. You have a heart too, so be sure to be in it. Heart will guide you aright. It's just that sometimes the way you're going to get there contains some detours. So, these are not really detours at all. They just seem so to mind. They are really just a part of the pathway that was set out for you by divinity. They're a necessary part of your inner education. They help you get rid of all that covers over the brilliance, the beautiful purity of your soul, your inner being. Remember with me how the scripture does not scold the darkness nor the light. It has no use for lukewarmness, which it will spew out of its mouth. Do you recall? Thou wast neither hot nor cold, so I will spew thee out of my mouth. That part. What do you see there? Rather, what does heart see there for you? Do you see how it's better to go either the light way or the dark way than it is to just hover undecided between? Do you see that? If you don't, you're in mind then, for this frightens mind, and one of mind's tricks is to make things seem fuzzy to you, to make them not clear at all, to cloud over your vision, your thinking. So, that's a gift of this journal then, if you didn't know that before. You now know one thing to watch for, and you know what to do. You know what it is if your thinking, your perceiving seems suddenly fuzzy, not clear then. You suspect mind at work. You suspect mind is in fear then, and that this is its strategy. If it dulls your perception, then maybe it gets you to go some way else, not so scary to mind. It's time not to be taken in so much. Oh, it happens to us all, and quite regularly too. That is part of disidentifying, part of stepping apart. This is a symptom of that at the stage where the mind is still in fright. Mind just hasn't given up yet, hasn't seen enough proof, hasn't been baffled and busted and topsied and turvied enough times to just give up and lose. Oh, mind will not lose gracefully. It's much too intelligent, too wily for that. Not only intelligent, but wily, and on top of it all, it's quite arrogant as well. That makes quite a combo. Mind's a tough one to shake. You can shake it again and again. Never know when it will break. And that's okay though. Your job's just to watch. That's all you need do in this pageant that goes on in spite of yourself. You're redefining self now. and this is only the start. We've left body behind. Now we struggle a bit with the mind, have a tussle or 12. Just hang in and observe. Moving on. So, lukewarm then is rejected by source. That's interesting, isn't it? You can choose the right path or the left path and receive no condemnation. Do you see that? Let's consider what it might mean together. What would be the benefit if you would choose the left path, commonly called the wrong one? How could that be a blessing, be acceptable to God, to Source? What does heart show you here? Do you see anything? Are you in heart or in mind? If you're judging, you're in mind. Don't let mind enter into this. There's no way that it can, not if you want to see what heart says. Then you've got to leave mind. What could be the benefit of going the wrong way for a while? Remember back to being a teen. Who could corral you back then? To whom would you listen and obey? Anything but superficially. You went your own way, didn't you? And did you not learn? You learned all right, but you did it your own way, right? You got beaten up a good bit along the way now, didn't you? We all do. Had a few run-ins with pain, with disappointment, frustration, with the whole crew of those. Who hasn't spent time there? If you haven't, then you must be an android or a robot or a clone, a soulless one. Okay, now stay in heart, all right? Let's use that 20/20 hindsight and take a good look back. Do you see how you grew, how you benefited from all of that? You did, didn't you? Maybe not in a way that your mom and dad or others, authority figures, would fully appreciate, but you grew right on through that. Now, take a look at yourself. Do you see how you're better for all that? Do you see how it's blessed you? See how it accelerated your growth? No, of course you wouldn't want to go back through that again. You'd likely do it quite differently now, but that's with the benefit of what it gave you now, isn't it? Now you've some wisdom of your own, and by golly, you learned it that way. By going your own way, which was sometimes the left way maybe, not the right way to go, quote unquote. So, you're blessed. Stay out of mind. Mind wants in the worst way to justify itself, its way of looking at, judging, and ruling the life. Each time you let mind in, you get kicked out of heart. Now, that's no big, terrible deal, mind you. You can get quickly back inside. It just takes spotting mind at its slick work whenever it arises. Then you see, then you turn away. And just like that, and just that quick eventually. No big deal. Don't self-criticize either. You're beautiful. Don't do that to you. Okay, I want to let you marinate in that for a bit. For some, this is mightily challenging. Yes, I know there are a number of you that could keep going here. It doesn't hurt at all, though, to let this sink in. Allow yourself your supposedly dark side here. See how the net result is blessing. See how the mind squiggles and squirms so uncomfortably in the presence of this. of that which it had judged. We've been brought up to be so obedient, to be people pleasers, most likely, at least to conform to the norm our school, our society set out for us. Well, screw that. That is basically what we're saying here, only we're saying it from within heart. So it doesn't quite come out that way, usually. Yes, I know, the mantra for mind arose from this heart. Oh well, guilty. Though I did say usually, ho ho. Anyway, it takes some adjusting for some to begin to let it settle in that maybe, just maybe, it's okay to be bad sometimes. That's rather a novel idea to the more structured minds. So just be with that and be observing. Watch how very uncomfortable mind is in the presence of this new awareness. You'll likely catch it at all kinds of tricks, trying to get its sway back over you, trying to bring you back into line with all of its neat little rules and such. Well, just observe, that's all. See you next time, part 5. You'd think maybe I'd give up on that original sharing I wanted to do, but no, with each journal that goes where it goes, I keep thinking, one more time. Maybe in the next one it will come through. Oh well, this is an adventure for me too, you know. I don't know what the heck I'm doing, just in case you think I do. Ha! No, you haven't done enough self-definition or undefining yet on your own I, if you think that. So, see you next time, whenever that is. Okay, let's get the 4th one done. Recorded on the road. This is part 4, being anything but lukewarm. Hours ago this morning to deliver to you. My heart knows that darkness is a part of the light. It came out of that somehow, the darkness did, shares its identity with that. Now, energy is not attentive to detail, to organization. I begin to feel that, to see it working in these 4 journals of today. Well, this is the 4th one, but why would I expect it to be different? Oh well, one can't know it all, really, so onward then. I still desire to give the original heart gift that I set out so many out, light and dark as one. 8/15/2010, 4th one of that day, Mayan day 3, Alligator. Well, they say the powerful alligator or crocodile Mayan sun sign